Okay, so we're doing the Gay law, and the pressure, it's basically the pressure of a gas varies directly with temperature if the volume is held constant. Okay, so we're going to solve a problem. Before we even do that, we're going to write the equation. So P1 over T1 equals P2 over T2. And you can remember that by like P is over the table, or pizza over the table or something, but it doesn't matter. Everyone prefers pizza for some reason, but that's cool. Okay, so now we're going to solve our problem. So we're not going to write the problem, I'm just going to say it. Okay, if you have a cap of 2-liter Coke containing air and the temperature changes from 25 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius, what is the pressure on the inside wall of the bottle? Assuming the initial pressure when you cap the bottle was 728 mmHg. So first we're just going to label all the stuff you have first. So we write T1 equals 25 degrees Celsius, and you're going to change that to Kelvin, which equals 298 Kelvin. Okay, and temperature 2 is going to be 35 degrees Celsius, and you're going to change that to Kelvin, which equals 308 degrees Kelvin. And for pressure 1, it's going to be 728 mmHg. And pressure 2 is unknown, so we're going to write P2 equals X, because that's our unknown variable. So before we start, some people like changing it. So basically we're just going to look at what we have so far, and then we're going to see what we need to be all by itself, which is P2. So we're going to multiply the other side by T1. So we're going to put T1 on the top by P1. Yeah. So it's going to be like T1 times P1 over T1. Over T2. Wait, erase that. Okay, you wrote a 1 on there instead of a 2, but it's okay. Okay, so it's going to be P1 times T2 over T1, all of it over T1. Is going to equal our unknown variable, which is P2. Okay, so now we're just going to fill in the blanks. So just look at the things you have there and just fill in accordingly. Okay, I'm just plugging this into the calculator if you're wondering what I'm doing. 98. Okay, so the answer is going to be, we're going to round this 3 sig figs. It's going to be 752. And then we're going to do mmHg. And then we're going to circle it because we're fancy like that. And now we're going to erase it all because we're going to work on the next problem. Okay, so the next law we're going to be working on, and you can erase the top as well because we're working on a new law now after that. Good job. You
Don't erase the law. Don't erase the law.
You do erase because you would do. Okay, and we're going to do the Charles law, or the Charles's law. But just say Charles law because the other way doesn't make sense. Are you recording me?
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to keep that too. Okay, Charles law. Okay.
Why did you erase law?
So basically, it's the volume of a gas varies directly with the Kelvin temperature of the gas if the pressure is held, constant. So basically, we're just going to write the equation first like we did for the first one. So it's V1 over T1 equals V2 over T2. Okay, so I'm just going to read the problem and then we're going to do the rest of this later. Okay, a balloon is filled to 2.18 liters on a day when the temperature is 23 degrees Celsius. Assuming no change in pressure, what is the volume of the balloon on a day when the temperature is 17 degrees Celsius? So we're going to fill in the things we know. So first of all, we know that volume 1 equals 2.18 liters. Okay, and T1, which is temperature 1, equals 23 degrees Celsius, and we're going to add that to 273, and that's going to get you 296 K, which is Kelvin. Okay, and we don't know V2, so we're going to write V2 is X, and then our T2 is 17 plus 273, which equals 290 degrees Kelvin. Okay, so now we're just going to, once again, separate the unknown variable. So now we're going to multiply it by T2, put T2 on the top with V1. So V1 times T2 over T1 equals V2. That sounds really confusing, but it's not. Equals V2. Exactly. Okay, so now we're going to just fill it in, basically. And I'll plug it into the calculator after we're done with that.
Take your time.
Okay, so now I'm going to plug that into the calculator. So 2.18 times 290 divided by, what does that say on the bottom? I'm blind.
2.96.
2.0.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, never mind. 296. And your answer will be, and we're going to round that to, it looks like 2 sig figs because 290 has 2 sig figs. So it could be 2.0. And then we're looking for volume 2, so that'll be liters. And we're going to circle it because we're fancy. Okay, so that's it, and that's how you solve both of those. And that's how we do it. So now we're going to the end.